Welcome to my page, wherever you are listening around the world. This might be a bit of a long one, so I apologize in advance. But there's got a few things I want to share and get off my heart, really, just to talk to people, talk to you specifically. So the reason why so I'm just checking my page. I never see who's actually live when I'm doing a live, which is a bit frustrating. Anyway, yeah, a few things in my heart that I want to share and talk about. So I've been marketing my own business since 2009, specifically in the arena of financial education. Um, and it's not typical financial education. It's specifically with building literacy for families and individuals who are ignorant about money in general. So I don't take it as a blanket statement because how my journey started. I remember really specifically came out of university. I'm from London. If you haven't figured out already from my accent, and being the first generation uh, African Caribbean descent, you know, we have to. Well, my whole bringing them as my mum that raised me is that for you to get ahead in life, you got to get yourself an education. Um, and I took it to the point that I left university at age 28, which is in England is actually quite late unless you want to stay in the academic arena. So I've come out with two master's degrees. I didn't finish my PhD. I did my first fiver, passed with major completions, and I was at a point where, look, I've got to support my family, and I don't want to continue having to keep studying and writing and spend all these hours um, with research, etc. As much as it might be 5 years, I don't regret it. Um, Especially again in the UK, because having high qualifications, unless you want to stay in the vocation that you're studying in, doesn't really mean the piece of paper that's written on. It's different if you're from the States or other countries that recognize qualifications. And my heart was always to be able to make lots of money. That's always been my goal ever since I was young, really. So I knew then that traditional education is not the key to being financially successful. And I went into becoming a mortgage broker in the last recession. If you're not aware, we're in a recession at the moment. Been so for probably the last 12 months, 12 to 24 months. So back in 2008, I was a mortgage broker. I was doing very well. I had lots of properties, and that all kind of went down the hill, went down the pan, so to speak, um, during the last credit crunch. And so I learned a lot about money and finances and what it's like not to have it, what it's like to lose it, what it's like to experience the ugly side of that life, shall I say, with debts and bailiffs and repossessions and all that kind of stuff, which people go through. And if you haven't gone through it yet, then good for you. But I basically made a decision that I don't want people to make the same mistakes that I had made financially. And so I started a financial education company, and I was teaching and still do teach with my other business how to become more literate in the area of money. And firstly, to understand what money is um, and what wealth is. And so I remember reading the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I learned about financial intelligence and that it's measured in 5 ways. And so anyone can really learn to be wealthy, unlike any other form of intelligence where it's more ornate or natural and it's a gift more than a skill. So effectively, to measure your understanding of wealth or how wealthy you can be in terms of your intelligence to become wealthy. The 5 facets are measured in number one, your ability to make money. Number two, your ability to manage money. Number three, your ability to protect money. 4, your ability to leverage it, and number 5, how to ascertain the information that you are um, paying attention to. Because obviously, if you just listen to mainstream news, you're done. Okay. And you have to decipher what is accurate and what's not. And so I've spent the last, well, since 2009, so probably 10, 11 years, focusing mainly on the protection of money and leverage of money. And yeah, that's the main thing: protecting and leveraging, and obviously accessing financial information in that arena. However, I've done all of that online, and so I've been teaching my passion using online marketing methods, and it's been absolutely brilliant in terms of the flexibility, and my ability to reach as many people as possible, especially now in these times, with the so-called COVID-19, etc., etc. I'm sure a lot of people who had to depend on jobs or a trade where you have to be facing people all the time. It may have been really hard. And one of the things that I've always believed in is having options, and being able to have choice in when it comes to making money. And so I'm really impressed at the moment, and it's been on my heart for a while, to teach people how to make money doing the things that you enjoy and what you love and what you're skilled to do and what you're passionate about. And we are all gifted. I think it was Einstein that says that we're all genius, but you can't teach a fish to run up a tree, else it will forever live its life thinking it's stupid. And so for me, I've come across so many people in life, whether it's from church or just through friendships, through clients, who are, even at uni, and who've left university, are either doing jobs that for the sake of doing a job or a career, but that's not really their passion. They're just doing it to sustain a living or a lifestyle. So people are living life miserable. And quite frankly, there's enough money flowing in this world that if you get yourself in front of it, there's no reason why you can't, at the very least, become financially independent and not to worry about tomorrow or bills, or just living life and doing the things that you've always decided to do. And so I truly believe now is the time to learn the skill of being able to market yourself online and learning digital marketing principles, regardless of what you do. So as long as it's what you enjoy or what you're skilled at or what you're experienced at doing, and then you can do it so it doesn't even feel like work to you, then learn the skills to be able to market yourself online, develop products, helping people, teaching people who desire to learn what you can do with your eyes closed, is to me absolutely paramount. And that's the reason why I started Dominate Online Education and Marketing. So for me now, it's really just to focus on those, on individuals or on yourself. If you're watching this and this, what I'm saying is resonating with you, to be able to think about upskilling yourself, and thinking about what it is you love to do. I don't care what it is. It could be anything from creating journals or sketchbooks, or maybe you love teaching drama. Maybe you're gifted as a teacher, but you don't feel that you're being, your full gifts are being respected where you're working, and you just want to reach people, your target market, anywhere around the world. It could be in the UK or wherever you're based. You don't have to be able to reach the whole world. You just need to reach your world, and know how to reach them, and get, and serve others in love, and because of that, you're going to generate wealth, because you are wealth, and you're giving wealth. And if you sow, you have to reap. That's how it works. So I want you to really think about your life. Think about, in your heart, you're probably frustrated. Most people I speak to are really frustrated, wondering how you're going to make ends meet at the end of the month, or in the future, or you want to buy a house and you feel that you have to borrow to buy a house. Who said that you have to borrow to buy a house? And who said you have to get a mortgage to buy a house? There's a million and one ways to buy a house, for example, and in these times now where life has changed probably forever, it's going to be different to what we're used to. Again, you need to have options so you can still live a decent life, and more importantly, help others. Yeah. And else, what's the point you being on this earth if you're not going to be helping or serving others in what you're good at or what you're able to do. You could be a fitness instructor, you know, you could be an engineer, whatever. You have a gift and you know that you enjoy it, and guaranteed there's at least 1,000 other people around the world who wants to know or learn what you know, and only will listen to what you have to say because they gel or relate with you. Okay. And you're doing yourself a disservice, and even more so, doing other people a disservice who are desperate to hear from you if you don't take the steps to find out how to learn this skill of marketing yourself online, whether it's your business that exists already, which is maybe a brick and mortar business, and you want to know how to go beyond social media to get traction. Okay. Or to create a course or create different courses or digital products that will teach people and educate people on what you're gifted to do. So if that's you, then, reach out. Yeah. Just let me know your thoughts about what I've had to say. Um, and if you feel that is something that resonates with you, then, let me help you as much as I can, and let me know what is it you want to learn or where do you want to start from. All right. Now I do have some information if I want to send it to you, just how to get started. It's just a cheat sheet, one page, but it breaks down in 3 separate sections your easiest route to making 6 figures online. You know, so it just makes it more like a roadmap, so you know where you're going, what you need to learn, and then you can focus on learning that information, as opposed to doing loads of internet searches, trying option A, trying option B, trying option C, then you're getting either confused or you're getting shiny object syndrome and spending money on absolutely everything and running out of money, and things are still not working. If you have an actual guide or a checklist of what you need to do, it does make life far easier and keeps you informed as well. So that's what I wanted to share. And I will be sharing more information as the days and weeks go on. But if it resonates with you, if you feel this I'm speaking to you, then reach out. Let me know, your thoughts to this live. Um, how do you feel? Are you that kind of person that, if you're frustrated because you're not doing what you want to do, you're not doing what you love? Maybe you were affected by this COVID, and you know that there's something you don't want to repeat again in the future. If that is yourself, then let me know. Drop a line in the comments below. I'll look forward to hearing from you. All right, that's me. That's my heart shared for now. And thank you for listening. Chat soon. Cheers.